Hello everybody, welcome in. This is of course our first live stream in a little while, so if you wouldn't mind, if you're watching live, if you could just let me know that everything is looking good, maybe sounding even better. This is, and I'm very excited to deliver, if not slightly late, the official launch stream for the officially voiced JumboPixel avatar, and we will of course discuss all of that throughout this stream. But firstly, and most importantly, I need to make sure it's working, because if it's not working, you know, I'm just standing here talking to myself, and it's not really beneficial for anybody. So, if you're watching the VOD, you might just want to skip ahead a couple of minutes. There'll be time cards below if I'm clever. And live viewers, over to you. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? The silence is deafening. The silence is deafening. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. I'm not sure what the latency is. Let me just also adjust that. I do want to make sure that the latency is as low as we can possibly get it. Although I know it does mess with the closed captions, so I have to try and strike a balance between low latency and also enabling captions and that sort of thing. Anyway, that's boring back-end stuff. It looks like we're all good. Little Kerr, Hoff, fantastic. The real fundamental one will also be over on Twitch, where I just want to make sure that the Twitch drop is working. Yes! Yes! It looks like it is working. Fantastic. Al, thank you. Hoff, I saw your 13-month membership before. Thank you. Holy cow! I would replay that one too as I jump back through. It looks like, yep, the Twitch drop is live as well. Get JumboPixel Humankind by watching JumboPixel play Humankind. That is so exciting. And that's, yep, boom, boom, boom. Okay, great. We're good. We're good. All right, let's jump in then and discuss and talk about this this neat little fellow that you're looking at on the right-hand side of your screen. You're betraying us, Twitch folks. Yep. We'll also talk the details on how to get it if you'd like to get it. If you'd like to know any of the more behind-the-scenesy things, like questions about how it's made and that process. I mean, I haven't been told that I can't say anything, so I'm assuming that's fine to discuss. And thank you as well to Ace Smart and Ben Ombi, who have both coincidentally, but not to be forgotten as individuals, contributed as gigapixels for 14 freaking months. Incredible. You have your own face retire. You've made it the official avatar face reveal. How good? And hey, Dr. Kane, Dark Arrow, Al, over on Twitch. Finally joined the ranks of the greats in Humankind. I know. Should we take a look? Should we stop gasbagging and take a look? Let's do that. But thank you to everybody already for being here. Honestly, it means a lot. And the only thing that I need to quickly adjust is to make sure that I can actually hear your alerts and stuff. Neat. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Let's take a look. Yes, so, as of about a week or two ago, JumboPixel officially launched in Humankind. I can't believe I'm saying it, and I want to say off the bat, an incredible thank you to everybody who made it happen. Most importantly, Amplitude Studios, the entire team there, but specifically a shout out to Bo for his work. The voice actor who they brought in as well was loads of fun. Thank you. It was an incredible experience, and I'm so grateful for it. It's been about 9 months in gestation. Been working on it, or discussing it probably longer than that, but working on it for about 9 months. As you can imagine, it's a little bit tricky, given the geography and the time differences between us to actually try and get something like this to work. But it did, and it's here, and it's available now as a Twitch drop. You do have to sync your Humankind Games Together account. There's information in the description if you'd like to read about it and figure out how to get it. But it's here. We should probably jump into a game. So, of course, I'm the only person who can play as me. You will play against me. So when you set up a game like this... What does that look for? When you set up a game like this, you know, you'll be able to jump in and choose your different AI personas. And alongside maybe someone like Hoff, who you might select if you've downloaded them, of course, because anybody can share their persona, of course. Maybe you chuck Huck in for old time's sake. Speaking of, happy birthday, you old fool. I want to also say a massive happy birthday to you, Huck. 24 today, was it? I think something like that. Either way, thanks for being here and just like so many other people, including those two 14-month Chads in the chat. You've been here since what feels like the start, and it means a lot. And more importantly, I hope you have an awesome day. But anyway, an avatar like, for example, 2D Kitty, another creator one. You can get them by watching either the Humankind stream or by watching the individual creator stream. So 2D Kitty, as an example, would be available as a drop on her channel and also on the Humankind channel. Oh, look at all those happy birthdays for Huck. That's so cool. I'm not sure if he's actually active in the chat right now, but he'll go back through and see those. We'll log those for later. Give the old ego a little boost. 6 people is probably okay. There'll be, of course, a few other things that will change. I think we'll play on Empire today. Humankind difficulty, I may be slightly rusty for, but we'll find a nice balance. And traditionally, Empire has always been that. I don't want to play on blitz speed, really. Perhaps fast might be appropriate. Ideally normal, but we'll go fast. Because of course we're also playing on the new Humankind expansion. It's a whole load of new things since the last time we caught up. Hi, do you remember me? Shall I reintroduce myself? I probably should. I probably should. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend. Happy birthday, you old fool. It's happy birthday, Huck. Seriously. Have an awesome day. You truly and utterly deserve it. We'll play on a normal map. Let's go a large Pangea, because that's fun. Land percentage, we might slap it down to something like 60. One continent, so that everything's crazy. New world? No. Islands? Some. Everything else here is probably fine. The continent form, I guess, can be chaotic. Average, standard. Abundant resources, of course, so that we can make sure that we nab it and grab access to everything that we might possibly need. And now we'll jump in. As me. The voice work in particular was the most enjoyable part of the whole process. It took me 2 nights, which was 2 mornings for them, and we chatted for about 5 hours, and I was in a recording studio, and they were doing their thing over the other side of the world, and somehow it worked incredibly well, at least from my perspective. There were probably the technical difficulties and organizational headaches in the background. I wouldn't even want to think about it, but it worked so well, and it was so much fun. And I voiced, I think probably, I don't want to misquote it, but I think it was something like 400 or 500 voice lines. You know, and there's a voice actor there, and they're taking you through, you know, do this one with a bit more this, or maybe you want to play around with a bit of change in your tone, or, you know, things like this. It was fantastic, and I hope that now that you can get access to the JumboPixel, you might be able to hear some of that play through, because of course, as we move through the game, we'll meet some of the other avatars, and we'll be able to hear them and what they sound like and their voice lines. And you'll maybe get a sense of it a little bit better. So I should perhaps talk a little less and play a little more. This looks like a great starting territory. We have food and industry for days. I think we'll go this way, because then we stay within range of these horses. We've got an extra dude out of that, which is fantastic. Largely probably thanks to fast speed. And the fact that 10 food was just the perfect amount. So that's good. We'll probably want to get our knowledge star locked down. That's right. I haven't forgotten. Although on fast pace, you could also argue that actually that's maybe less important and we should just move through. Especially if I want to get my pick at some of the new cultures. Because of course, playing on the new expansion, we've got diplomatic cultures in the game now. Their leverage, a world congress, all sorts of actually really exciting and fun stuff. That also, coincidentally, makes good use of the avatars. It brings them a little bit more up front. It gives them a little bit more of a significant role, as you can imagine. Do we have... Yes, we do. Okay, so Sumerians are the first new culture, if you're interested and you somehow haven't played them yet yourself. They are the new diplomat culture. There's one in every era. Here we have minus 10% on attach, minus 25% on signing treaties with independents, and a district that is actually a really neat science district. Very fun. And the World Cup. I wish I could join in better on World Cup conversation. New Zealand needs to get better with their football knowledge. We're too rugby focused. It only increases my enthusiasm. Yes, Adam. I guess the answer is yes. Yeah, it was. Yeah, modeled, voiced, the whole shebang, and the whole process really impressed me. And Octopus, you've been around the block for a long time as well. Thank you for being a mini pixel for 15 months, my friend. Yes, Jumbo is back, and happy birthday to our Huck, to our precious and dear Huck. We'll grab the Sumerians, so I'll reload if we miss them, but I might just try and cheekily hang around and get a little bit of extra food. We'll keep a dude for placing down a little outpost here, and then we'll send these two away together, because they could run into bears or something disastrous like that. If we can get this unit down on the river, I was just about to say we might find some more food. And wham bam, thank you ma'am, we did just that. I have seen almost every day, though, there seems to be some sort of scandal around the World Cup. Somebody's losing and we didn't expect them to. People are like flipping cars in the streets, and I mean, jeepers, the shock. I can't imagine. I literally can't. Exciting stuff. Not the protests, the rest. Adam, stop it. You'll get banned for I don't know. Alright. I'm just kidding. Let's move. Let's just keep exploring. I'm a little hesitant about not grabbing a culture, although it seems like the AI are kind of just resting on their laurels as well. There have been some significant changes, actually, to the AI. The way it makes its decisions, what it chooses to prioritize. More important now, of course, when we have a World Congress and you know, actually meaningful ways for them to really mess up your game. Like, they'll just bombard you they'll just overwhelm you with their leverage, or, you know, whatever it may be. At least that happened to me a little bit in some of my earlier testing. So their decision making, I would argue, is also more important than ever, as well as the role of the avatars being more important than ever, which is purely a coincidence, but kind of a happy one. Not mad about that. Hey, Hoff, my wonderful creative friend, reminds me, actually. Thank you. And thank you for your super chat, a $5 super chat. Hoff says, maybe a bit too broke to pay for this, so I'm happy to see Jumbo playing Humankind again. Wonderfully nostalgic and new. How good! And Huck a megapixel for 13 months as well. Look at all this. You can tell Humankind's been out for just a little over a year. Flotation ban for the because of those really special crossovers. Maddish Moose, welcome to you in the chat as well. Hey, friend. I see you on Twitter, what feels like all of the time, and it's wonderful to see. We'll end our deployment. I'm not actually sure who we're fighting because I was distracted from chat. I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. Oh dear. I think we'll be fine. We should probably still, you know, play this out like a sensible player would do. Navigate to the high ground, avoid the rivers. You'll know the drill if you've been around the block a couple of times. We're starting to get a really good feel for this map as well. What concerns me a little bit is that we have abundant resources and I don't see an abundant sea of resources, which probably means that somebody else has them. Or, you know what? My dreams could be literally just behind the clouds. Oh, would you look at that? These nuts. Just what I was looking for. Great. That's not included in the voice lines. You'll have to keep that one. Although there are some really interesting ones. Because, of course, because there's so many voice lines and so many different ways that the avatars can interact with each other, right? If you think it could be early on, a skirmish or a fight. It could be you challenging them over that, demanding money from them. Or we could move through into the later game, and it could be people bickering about the World Congress or being upset about the actions that a nation has taken. Speaking of upset, of course, there was a variety of emotions, of course, that I at least attempted to channel. And so if you frustrate me or any other avatar in the game, you'll see a more aggressive side of me. if I start beating you, and these were my personal, to be honest, my personal favorite lines to voice, there are some more sort of, like, smarmy kind of, the unspoken sort of subcontext is, I'm better than you, is the easiest way to describe it. Those ones were really fun to voice, which probably says more about me than one should say, but, yeah, those ones were really fun, but there are a load of different, like emotions and settings, and I doubt that you'd even be able to listen to them all. But also the language that they use is really interesting. Yes, Octopus, absolutely yes, completely modeled in every way, and the looks are fairly accurate. I mean, I have, the hair was a little tricky, getting the beard and the hair right. My hair probably more resembles the beard at the moment. And the beard maybe looks slightly different, but of course those things change naturally, so like you're never going to model them realistically unless you're like live modeling them all the time. But yes, in short, absolutely modeled in every way. I think this is probably a good opportunity for me to not take Ferocious, but rather get the 20 influence so that we can actually place down an outpost. We haven't found any, not a single knowledge star. And you know what? I think I'm just going to give up on that, actually. Let's place down an outpost, preferably somewhere a little bit more defendable than this low ground. I think that the defensive locations, or more specifically where you place your outpost, matters a little bit more. And I have no evidence as to why. It's just a feeling I get. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the AI being more aggressive. Maybe it's just I've been unlucky and spawned close to people, whereas this time it looks like I have all of mainland China to myself, and maybe even more, as we keep moving to the east and not finding a single soul. I don't know. I'd need to probably playtest it a little bit more. We kind of talk about the World Cup and ourselves. Go the World Cup! Did you quit Civ 5? I discovered your channel a couple of days ago. Feel you've come a bit late. No, I haven't quit Civ 5. But, in full disclosure, it's not a game that I actively play all the time. It remains installed on my computer, though, and it's something that I revisit because I like it a lot. It probably is still my favorite Civ game as well. Yeah, probably. It's a hard call, though. Civilization 6 is moving and developing in very interesting and strange ways. It's very different. I think they're just very different experiences, personally. But I am probably too far into the detail as well. Like, to be fair. You know, I'm like picking at hairs, whereas most people are like, I don't know, you can't even see that there's a human being with hairs to pick. You know, they're much further back than that. Anyway, as I was saying, we haven't found a knowledge star at all, and I can't wait forever. In fact, we may have lost. Oh, we didn't. But the fact that everybody else has picked something is kind of making me a bit nervous. So we're going to jump through, and we're going to take the Sumerians, who are the new diplomatic culture. Woo! They also have a really fantastic science district that I do genuinely think could be the best. Oh my! Oh, it's too much! Put it away! Put it away!
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard.
I wasn't told there was going to be active nudity. Lucky it's within the terms of service.
Everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals,
it's hilarious.
Or catch fish.
It's hilarious. Have I ever played Dwarf Fortress? I think that's come up a lot, but I don't think I have. I think I've only watched people play it, rather than actually played it myself, I think. But if they're bringing out a polished one, like a remastered one, very cool. Demonetized. Instantly demonetized, Ben. Okay, right, so we've moved through as the Sumerians, which is wonderful and fantastic. Let's just turn this straight into an outpost. And Huck, seeing as it's your birthday, I'm just going to call it Happy Birthday Huck. Is it a very good city name? I mean, it doesn't flow off the tongue especially well. But yes, in short, yes. The unique district of Sumerians has a great bonus next to multiple strategic resources. You're sitting on the outpost. This is good to note. Because it probably means, great call, these guys will want to grab one like right there. So let's put them up onto either a high ground or onto this river and try and get it right where that sanctuary is. This one, yeah, it's a little late. But that's okay. We'll smack that down there. It may be so good that I do it before everything else. However, if we don't grow, then we don't know. That's not a saying, but it rhymed. But if we don't grow, then I think we'll be a bit stuck. So I might do one of the others first. Let's also get the pottery workshop because we didn't get a single freaking discovery. Our demilitarization ability, it would be great if we'd come into contact with other people. Arguably, maybe not quite as good here. Little Kerr, thank you for also, jeepers, it's the day of GigaPixels. Thank you also for 14 months of GigaPixel. Perfect timing for all of this, as I'm on my terminal and back home with good internet. Miss the streams. I don't know what on my terminal means. Am I stupid? These are actually two separate questions. But nice to hear that you've got good internet. And thank you so much for your support as well. People like you are what keeps the community and the channel running and alive and thriving. So thank you very much. Naked Town. Nudeville, Tennessee. We'll make it a thing. While also researching probably domestication. We'll make the most of these horses. We don't have a lot else to make the most of. And I'm going to keep going and looking for friends because I kind of want to use this diplomatic ability. We could grab a little bit of cash out of the sanctuary along the way. Mightn't hurt. I'm going to put this unit on auto explore because I don't need to be manually controlling every single dang person. Speaking of every single dang person, let's get rid of these two people and turn them into diligent workers, and we'll turn them both into farmers so that we can grow Happy Birthday Huck to be the wonderful place that it deserves to be, dang it. And then what am I looking for? I guess just resources or rivers. This would give us a coastline, which could be useful. Probably settling around here would be ideal, but let's jump down and paint out a little bit more of the map. Speaking of which, off you go along the River Ganges. Great. Our first civics. These also play a much more important role since the DLC's come out as well. So, pretty cool. Terminal leave, lazy time. Oh, like holiday leave. You're on annual leave. Fantastic. It sounds like it could have also been a bad thing. So I didn't want to be like, yay, terminal leave. And you were like, I'm ill. And you know, that wouldn't be something to celebrate. Anyway, natural right or divine mandate? I think it's still natural right.
Why was this
So we're going to do that. Do we want to create cheaper outposts? The answer is huck yes. So we'll take that one as well. I guess the upside to having settled literally nothing really so far is that we've been able to sort of play the civic game a little bit more. This would probably be how you would play if you were playing like a tall humankind. Which could also be more viable, especially with the addition of the Singaporeans in the late game, where humankind is basically begging you to play tall, and rightly so, of course, makes a lot of sense for a city-state. Where would you like to go? I think we kind of need one up here for where I sacrifice those people into farmers. And then we'll send the other one off on their merry way. Good, good, good. Influence per turn, we're at plus 15. And it's probably then a good idea to keep painting out this fog, actually. I was going to say come back and get ready to settle, but we might not need to settle right there. We're already going to have a neighboring territory.
The fact that they have horses
I think one is probably enough. Ooh, and we're starting to run into some people. It's half of the Olmecs and Pete. Shout out to you, Pete, of the Assyrians. Oh, look, it's too much. This, of course, was also bodied after my physique, obviously. Although they were like, look, you're too strong. We're gonna have to tone it down a little bit. And I was like, okay, fine. You mean I do all these deadlifts for nothing? And that's a completely made up and false story about that. Now, moving swiftly along. We won't enter an immediate crisis point. There's not really a lot we can do right now. Once we get our embassy established, we'll have access to the embassy screen. So for now, we might just say, hey, how are ya? Check this out. Oh, man. What a time to be alive. Yeah, get angry. Surprise war? No. Trade? Not a lot to trade yet. We could open up trade for luxuries. 88 bucks. Okay, well, if that's how you're going to play this, then... Okay. Right. If we settle here, we build one district here, and then we get a really nice spot for our unique. So let's do that. It's also a pretty sexy territory. Here is a green border, which is not one of the players that we've even met yet. Could it be the birthday boy himself? Oh. Ooh. What do we have here? From the Cultures of Latin America pack. Oh, yes. Fantastic. Salt flats, +3 food per farmers, +2 money per farmers on city or outpost. I also see down the bottom there a hint at the new stealth mechanic, which is very good. And of course plays into the new civilian roles. I don't think that's quite the right word. The spy, the diplomat. Diplomatic roles, maybe, would be better. JumboPixel. I know. Okay, +6 faith on main plaza or on the administrative centers. I think that main plaza is still probably the best way to go, although questionable here with such a slim approach. Hey, Carcel29, thanks for subscribing to Tier 1 on Twitch. You are the 15th Twitch subscriber. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's go have a nose. Calendar is almost entirely free, so we'll grab that. We should probably get city defense as well, because it looks like my early gloating, oh, look how great it is, nobody's even nearby, everything's gonna be wonderful, was maybe a little bit premature. And actually somebody is nearby. Oh. And it's they who refuse to trade. Although, in fairness, it's actually both of them. And we still don't quite know who's jumped out and grabbed this wonder. And I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder that it might be... maybe the birthday boy. We'll see. Embassies available for construction. Fan-freaking-tastic. This will, of course, open up some more important roles for the Avatar to play. The almighty Avatar. Thank you again, Amplitude, Humankind, the wonderful people who made it happen. I've said it once, and I'll probably say it again, but I mean it. Thank you. You're freaking awesome. Do we want to reduce the industry cost or get strength? I think we probably want to get strength because it will also give us influence. So we'll do that. And what are you? Scout. Okay. We can just kind of meander on in here.
Greetings to the
These cliffs are gonna... Hello.
Help me make this
Oh, that's a shame. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't be actively disappointed, but I am actively disappointed. Unfortunate. The search continues. Speaking of which, then, we better get on our bikes. Let's send you out that way. You're going to play a fairly important role in grabbing maybe this territory for the horses, but actually kind of this one for the luxuries, because it looks like... Oh! You like these gemstones? It looks like I've also inadvertently captured a whole load of gemstones down here. We have another, I think that's papyrus. Yeah, so that'll be good for our science. Silver, good for science. Silk. Okay, so we just don't really have a lot of foodie ones. But there's a lot of good stuff down to the south. So let's quickly run down here and colonize as fast as we can. And the Olmecs would like a non-aggression pact. Neat. The Olmecs. Shout out to the Olmec gang. Pillage the land for the wonder. I think that's a great idea. And what we could also do, maybe, is use our diplomatic ability now that we're starting to bump up against people. Tank, welcome in, my friend! It is also Huck's birthday. A day of huge celebration. You've come in at a rather revealing time. Let me get off this. We're going to accept a non-aggression pact because it doesn't hurt to have a friend. Even if we have to backtrack in the future. Embassy is available. We don't quite have the industry for it yet. I might, I might really want to bolt that down. But we do sort of want to have it adjacent to the main plaza still. So maybe we just take the +9. I think we'll just take the +9. That's fine. Where's this maker squatter going up, and is it in a good spot? Yep, it's good. And then we'll grab the horses there. And then we might be in a much better position. Might be. Another non-aggression pact, this time from Pete, who's playing as the Assyrians. Their archetype is traitorous. Always fun. I'm an engineer and a toiler. Hey, that's cool. I don't think they actually play out for me, though. I don't think I get any special privileges there. Really showing off their new avatar. Woo-wee! We'll counter that back. You can pay for that if you want that. Oh, and you did. Okay, good. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough to save me from bankruptcy. So I will take it. This one is kind of really just a societal access one. I don't think we need to bother too much. What we do want to bother with, though, is getting this collected. Connected even. You're now trespassing. Force a ceasefire on one territory for 10 turns, informing the international community that unauthorized units present trespassing. So we kind of need to bait them over to us, don't we? Like, what we're doing is kind of not acceptable. They've also immediately turned this into a city, which is a really good move because it will stop me from pillaging it as an outpost. There isn't a lot of point in me lingering in there and taking damage, so we will withdraw away from that. I just scored a drop and I can claim it now in my inventory. I'm doing it. I'm claiming the JumboPixel avatar. Send a message to thank JumboPixel for the drop. I probably don't need to go that far. I have Jumbo's avatar. Yes! Persona claimed! Carls! Al! Congrats! Wicked! I just noticed that come through. You've been here right from the start. Wonderful to see. Hey, RT Massacre, thanks for the follow too. And also Extreme MGX. Love it. Oh, that's so cool. And just, like, unbelievable as well, really. I don't quite even believe that it's real, to be completely honest. Like, it's just some big scam. It's a big bait. It's not, of course. Okay. Here we have the Olmec borders, so maybe a land grab out there would be a good idea. Yeah, it's probably fine. Could also grab these two and give us a nice little forward outpost against a Sir. Sir? I like that a lot. We'll go for the 5 fort. Oh, that would be a really nice spot for a district that would get a mountain adjacency though, wouldn't it? Could think about relocating it, but it'll get built fast there, so that's fine. And then we'll push this way and see if there's... Because this central territory here could be a really important one strategically. Even though it may have literally 0 resources. We're about to find out. Oh, look. Nothing. I mean, rivers. Okay. Okay. We'll settle on the high ground, probably. Speaking of which, actually, I think we want to quickly run here before you get any ideas and smack that down. And then we're also going to do our diplomat ability on this one, just because they're standing right there, so take that. And now we'll generate some leverage. Get out of our land! Pog. Iconic, I suppose. Jumbo didn't thank Jumbo for the avatar. Rude! Okay, let's keep going with this push now. And this is demilitarized, so we can probably just say Sia wouldn't want to be here. We do want to keep a little bit of strength around in case they step over this demilitarized border and then say, fine, I'll just burn this one down instead. And maybe next turn or the turn after I should spend my influence on getting that hooked up and online, actually. In fact, I probably mucked around on that far too long. Regrets. Deep regrets. Yeah, let's get it cranking up. What do we want to get first? Probably money, although we're starting to do a little bit better now. Okay, good. I like it.
For both of our
Non-aggression pact
aspirations.
with you. We'll counter it back. You can pay for it if you want it. I don't especially feel emotionally attached to you, though. So I don't especially mind if you reject it. Now, bronze working would get us our unique unit, which would be pretty sick, but I think we'll go carpentry first. Grab the archer. Obviously very good at defense. So... And I don't want to, like, read the tea leaves too much here. But this is actually much more closely sort of connected than I had hoped it would have been. The Krieger Konig, thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Bezos Bucks for 3 months in a row. I appreciate that, even though it has been a relatively less active time over the last month. I appreciate you sticking with it. Why are they still here? You should leave. Get out of here. And I think we move for this, or at least we move to keep an eye on this, and maybe try and build this up a little bit more. I'm short on influence. I'm really short on influence. Maybe we should build our freaking embassy. If we put one more person on production, we can get the Aduba done. That will start to get us a little bit more. Then we'll grab the embassy, maybe the holy site as well, because we're so cramped. If we don't move fast on a religion, we could just get swallowed. Starting to find some of those discoveries too. Where were you when I needed you all those minutes ago? Let's squeeze up that way and send reinforcements there. It doesn't look like this is going to be a problem.
I hope the style
Why are
is
you still
pleasing,
here?
because it will be around for as long as the city lasts.
Oh. I mean, they must just be exploring. I don't think they would settle that. We're just gonna ignore that. Go paint your maps. Do whatever you want to do. It's fine. If I step up onto this high ground, yes, we can reveal the rest of this territory. And with at least an eye over it, hopefully it doesn't get stolen out from under me. And while we hold that, let's grab the other 2 gemstones, getting a builder star, unlocking a whole load of money for us. Yet somehow we're more impoverished than we were before. But once Sam connects to Happy Birthday Huck, I'm hoping it'll be okay. Oh, Dr. Kane, you're right. I should have farmed them. I should have trapped them in and farmed them for leverage a little bit longer. Damn it. And now they're gone. Off into the wild. They'll come back in 1,000 years and civilization will look very different. $40, not bad for an impoverished empire. With that being connected next turn, I think we could maybe start to move this guy to where we want to put down our roots, which is going to be up on this high ground. Otherwise, we're going to get slaughtered in the open fields. Not good. So... strategic resource there, and also a strategic position to cut off Kerma. Let's move to the Never Eat Soggy Wheatbix West and try and do just that. My Twitch accounts exist purely to claim this avatar. Go Tank. Okay.
You intrigue me. Let's talk.
Trade luxuries. We already have a non-aggression pact. Looks like I could counter this back to be really salty, but I'm just going to accept it. What have you got? Nothing. I mean... Okay. Okay. I would do the same if I had nothing. I would want access to things. It's fair enough. Can't quite, can't disrespect somebody for wanting to better themselves. I'm trying to positively frame this. Is it working? I'm not sure. Let's get our embassy. Brand new, of course, to the DLC, and quite important to the overall playbook. Let's place down... Probably... Oh dear, have I already accidentally... No, actually, this is fine. We'll get 10 influence per adjacent district. So, placing it here is a great way to farm it immediately. So I'm going to do that. Yep, I'm just going to do that. We could put one extra person on farming. That's still probably a really good idea because there are very few people who live in Happy Birthday Huck, and it really needs to be a place of celebration. And I think that this civic is super good in this update. So we're just going to grab it and not think twice. Neat. Bronze working researched, volunteers discovered. Ooh. New content from Together We Rule? Hold on there? What is this? Pamukale? Pamukale? Look, I'm no linguist. Unlike the leader, who was the first to discover it. +5 money on market quarters, though. And +5 influence. Okay. I mean, if I take it, do I hold it? I don't know. But they haven't taken it yet. And it's so juicy. How could someone like me resist? We might also want to grab maybe Envoy, because it's new and fun. So let's do that. Sir, your borders are a little close to mine. Let's start grabbing this land. And yeah, also this one down here, quite important. Trudge you along there to do that. Share maps with... It's been... Thank you, Doc. Much appreciated. Sure. Take your map. It's fine. You might just actually wait there for a little bit. Just look. Oh, actually, no. Here's a better idea. Go and paint the map. We've got someone else here to do your job. You've been replaced already. And this is very tempting, but it's going to be very expensive, isn't it? 69 influence. Is it worth it?
How you doing, friend?
It probably just causes an early war. We are much more powerful than them, though. So you know what? Hoff. I'm gonna forward seal you like there's no freaking tomorrow. No, stop. Where are you going? Why did you do that? Soon. I will do that soon. TM. A non-aggression pact. If you'll pay for it. No? Goodbye. Ooh, there's an independent tribe down around there. Cross back over the Appalachian Mountains and grab... It's kind of just garbage. I don't think I'll bother. I think we'll just place down an outpost here and continue our super aggressive colonization. Gonna have to wait another 2 turns to settle, or to have the influence to try and forward settle Hoff if we want to. Hey, hold on. Oh, look. Okay, forward settling. Very attractive, of course. Especially for an avatar with nips like mine. But I think maybe grabbing Victoria Falls first is just a generally better idea. Victoria Falls, +5 food on City or Outpost, and +5 money on City or Outpost. Nice. Good. Decreased consumption on City. This looks like a really nice thing for us to have. And we need it. There's just so much I want to do and so little time to do it. 3 turns on the embassy. Still 3 turns on the embassy. Okay. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna need more food here, which actually is probably better achieved with some of this stuff. So let's get just like all of that crap done. I would also quite like an envoy. Visiting foreign cities allows for both parties to gain influence. Independent peoples increases patronage. Let's get one of them done after the embassy. As a priority, dang it! Stomp through? Go around. Hang around. Probably hang around, actually. Don't like the look of this. It's no good grabbing all of this land if I can't keep it. Otherwise, I'm just throwing influence down the toilet. This one looks pretty good, though. I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take this. This is very good, actually. It's got horses as well. Raven, I think they just decided not to roll it out to consoles yet. I'm not sure exactly why. Technical difficulties, I assume. But I don't think that happened. I think it's been delayed. Which is a shame. And then the actual linguists come out. Go you! Thank you. Peaceful people, independent tribe. These guys have been changed quite a bit as well. So we might keep them peaceful at least for a little bit. We'll see how we go. Might just position you there. There was a pink unit up this way somewhere. So we might chase them down. Try and farm them for a bit of leverage. And or just farm them for a bit of, you know, experience. Kia ora, Zoe! Porting Studios having issues, Al says, because several other games have been pushed back as well. It's a shame. It is a shame. Hopefully good things will come to those who wait. Defiant on Happy Birthday Huck. Sounds good. Although actually the science debuff is probably the best one for me to take. Oh, hold on actually. Nah. We'll just overlook it. Party hard! We'll trade everything with you. And buy your copper in the process. We may as well get some trade routes online.
Together. Thanks to the first trade link that
I think
will
I'll
bring
still
shiny
forward settle
baubles.
this. So let's get up on top of this hill, because we're going to need to at least be level with their city. Not only is it a forward settle, but it's also geographically a pretty crap one.
You
to
created
be
an
honest.
embassy. Behind those elegant doors, a whole new world. of
Irrigation
diplomacy awaits.
researched. Okay. We're making little gains. And do we want to celebrate on Happy Birthday Huck? I would say so. That sounds much more exciting than learning or indeed being fanatical. However, we don't actually want stability at all, so I'm going to take the learning. Shh, don't tell him. Don't tell him that we hijacked his birthday party with a load of nerds, but we hijacked his birthday party with a load of nerds. I think it's finally time that we attach this. So, yoink. That will let us get another district down. Let's buy an envoy because we're splashing cash like there's no tomorrow. And I think ideally I maybe want to place it there. Maybe this outpost actually wanted to be one further to the left. I'll suffer that penalty. That's fine. Are there any others that could be moved in any way? Not really. This is actually quite a neat one, in that it will slightly work. That's a bit of a yikes. We'll ignore that, I think. Could be one over there. I'm just looking for good opportunities for this district. It doesn't look like there are... Oh, hello. Keep doing what you're doing, Chief. You're doing a great job. I don't think there are a huge number of opportunities, so we'll just keep rolling through. Hey, thanks for the new follows on Twitch as well. Mythanar and Walter. It's great to have you. And Devilish. Goodness gracious, a member JumboPixel for 17 freaking months. What? I don't know if I'll do this justice, but schwiggity plum donations for their booty. Kia ora, mate. Good to see you. Don't forget to spend gold and research war sticks to unalive your foes. Algorithm friendly as always. Kia ora, Devilish. It is great to see you as well. Thanks for being here for 17 months. The OGest of OGs that makes even the OGs look like young Gs. Thank you, Devilish. The greed in me wants to just take this as well. But I think we should start placing down extra cities. And probably one to the north here is the best? Question mark? It's got a couple of districts. It's reasonable enough. We'll be able to place that next turn and then start hooking it up. Let's do that. What are you doing? Go and do things. And researching the war stick is great advice. But I'm going to grab fishing first, because then we'll be able to get the harbors built with influence before we city up, which is great. I don't think I want to choose a culture next, although it is important to note that we do, of course, have a new bad boy to decide. Among all of the many others, here we have the Han. Minus 20% on leverage action costs. +3 industry counts as maker's quarter, and it produces its own unique strategic resource that is a wonderful follow-up for us in that respect anyway. Also +3 science from paper. So a very diplomat laced with sciencey kind of build. Huh? Kind of cool. That's right, Al. Right. I think we'll take the Han after. We have no leverage yet. Where's this diplomat? You've got a lot of work ahead of you, friend. Let's send a diplomat to Kerma. And let's chuck another one in there too. An envoy, I should say. Start sending another one out that away. And then... I think I'm just going to stay here. Just really let him know who's boss. If we had a slightly larger force here, of course, we'd be able to push this. We could turn it into a city really fast and do that. Canopus. Okay. Good. Masonry unlocked. Fantastic. Oh, hey. Oh my god, I am really hard to get a hold of. I'm so sorry. Audio echoing, I hear. Is this a new problem? Why? Why? I assume that hasn't been happening the whole time. And is it just YouTube or is it Twitch as well? Let's have a look. Al says, whoa, that echo. Yeah, you can hear it too. Okay. I must have bumped something. Sorry, bear with me. Fixed it? Oh, great. Yes, I did that. Yep. Good. Solving technical issues on the fly. It sounded kind of cool, to be honest. Should have just stuck with it. I do, of course, have the voice changer as well, which, you know, is always quite fun to whip out. We haven't done a lot of the voice changing effects, like the cave one, for example. Thank you, and I will get back to you. It's all right in the land of the summer. A little hay fevery, but I shouldn't complain because I spend all of winter doing that, right? So, you know. A non-aggression pact with my dear neighbor. If they'd like to pay for it, it's all yours. Otherwise, see you later. And an alliance. Okay, let's try out some of these new diplomatic abilities then. Sure. And we'll make an alliance with you, who we just really aggressively forward settled. In the best of ways, by also immediately turning this place into a city. I am the worst. And then we're going to run up here and grab your luxuries as well, just to really teach you who's boss. Now, back to our alliance. What were you saying? Cultural exchange. Sure. It's new. Let's have a play. Why not? Crises points, none whatsoever. Here are our new leverage abilities, which we could do if we were actually collecting some leverage. Obviously they grow in power, but also in effect in ability as we would move through the different eras of the game. We also have separately agreements that we can sign into. However, they don't have an embassy, so we can't do that yet. What a chump. What are you up to? Hello. That's fine. Okay. we'll keep them allied with us. I guess it's easier than going to an early war. I don't have to shift the entire economy over that way to do that. And we can focus on what is probably a bit more threatening. We've sent 2 envoys over here, which is actually an accident, but maybe not a terrible one. Now, you beautiful you, do your thing. Visiting foreign cities will allow us to gain influence, as well as them visiting independent peoples increases their patronage. So maybe if we track one into the unknown here, probably this guy. Go you. You can go that way. I'm just checking in case there are any abilities. No, I think we're fine. Oh, cultural bridges. The Envoy's Empire gains 10% of the visited foreign city's influence per turn for each envoy unit in the territory. The owner of the city receives the same amount of extra influence. Okay. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. 10% of the city's produced influence. Unlikely to be a great deal at this stage in the game. Important to note.
An embassy opens elsewhere in the world. Precisely the kind of thing an ambassador would know about.
Kind of cute, not gonna lie. Okay. Get up there. Do we want to hang around in this city? We can, of course, also be using these guys as scouts, effectively. Oh, and we've met 2D Kitty. Fantastic. Let's chat. Let's do things so that we'll talk. Trespassing. A grievance. I demand that you pay, or we can collect. Let's collect instead. Very good. Where are you and what are you doing? Do you want to do a deal? We don't want to do a deal for your boat. Absolutely not. Grants you 50% of the leverage from leverage intel obtained by the other empire. That would probably be more beneficial for them than us. Allowing populations to migrate between capitals. Kind of fun. I might propose that. They refused. Okay, well, it's going to be one of those, is it? Great. Okay, well, cool. Cool. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's focus our efforts somewhere else. She's quite far away, thankfully, so we've kind of got that going for us. There probably isn't a need to really leave the city either. Although, it would be nice to actually see what the city centre looks like. We'll get leadership for the extra city cap. To huck with our stability, we don't care. And then... This trade route is forming here, which means that this is likely the best spot to place a city. Although it ignores things like terrain. This is the... like, it may not be the best spot if you consider how easily bombarded this might be. But with a little bit of development, it would be fine. I'm maybe a little bit more concerned about this city, which has nobody living inside of it. A little bit of a problem. Let's cast our diplomat ability over it so that old mate over here gets demilitarized. We'll farm them a little bit. We'll also cause them a bit of damage. Before I run over next to them, what are they? They're a warrior. Okay. Let's run over here at Dr. Kane's suggestion from earlier and effectively just kind of squeeze them in. They could, of course, run back into their territory, which is fine. I'd much rather they do that than here, because I still need to claim this. So let's try and either keep them in or shuffle them away. I could also do a double whammy and claim and relocate later, and I'm going to do that just in case. Am I paranoid? Probably. Should I pillage this trade route for 600 gold? It's really tempting, but we're just going to wait. I do have a share map. Who do I have it with, and when did we get it, and what did we share? Would be my question. And I can't quite remember if it was pink or green, and when we did it, and how we did it. Share maps. Both empires share their geographical knowledge with each other. Unclear whether it live updates or not, but yes, we do have it with pink. I'm not sure. Perhaps it doesn't live update, like we signed it and we shared our maps and that's it. I don't know. Maybe... I genuinely don't know. That would be my guess. A couple of other ideas come to mind. They're a little oddball, though. Oh, look! Oh, it's a diplomat. Oh, it's a You're farming my influence, and I'm probably producing so much more than everybody else. I think we'll move through to the next era, maybe. We're winning. We should capitalize on this momentum. Do I want to stay as the diplomat thing? I guess I should. We won't run a poll. We'll grab Han. I think the fact that they make their own strategic resource, which has traditionally been kept, of course, to both DLC cultures, but more importantly, late game ones. Let's jump in and grab them. Oh. I love it. Okay. God. You just wait there. They ran away. We'll run away too. What is this? Okay. Where's the trade route happening here? Maybe there isn't one at all. Good news for me. I guess we'll settle on the high ground and probably in and around the river here. So let's jump up that way. Come on! And on turn 25, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am! We move through. Look like a unshaved samurai.
Really
thanks? Question mark? What do you think about the new patch for Spice Wars? I think it's very cool. Very cool. It's great to see the work that they're doing. Mostly, I think, still in line with their schedule as well. A few delays, but mostly in line. Which has been pretty impressive. It's got to be said. Let's grab this. Make a nice blob around Happy Birthday Huck. Actually, speaking of which, I wonder if we finally get Victoria Falls. Which I've completely and utterly neglected. Yeah. Okay. It's a deal. Oh, and we've also... You know what? I got to admit, this is a beautiful city. Look at this. Imagine living here. What a place. That's so cool. Oh, and there's some leverage to claim. Now, as a diplomat, we can claim it with any of our units. But as any other type of culture, you would have to do it with an envoy only. Or perhaps some of the later game ones too. For now, I think we'll farm this beautiful city. We're just going to sit right here and do things. And then we'll run! Oh, did we do that? We did, because they're not a diplomat. So they, I think, would have just ran through that, right? Pete, Assyrians? Yeah. Neat. Oh, wow. Yeah, what a look. I was afraid I wasn't seeing Humankind. You are indeed. I believe we've already had some people claim the JumboPixel avatar. Has anybody else managed to grab it? If you wouldn't mind commenting in the Twitch chat and letting me know when you do get it. It's nice to know. Although, so far, I think actually so good. It seems to have worked flawlessly. So shout out again to Amplitude. Seems like job well done, team. Where do we want to send this guy? Probably back this way now that he's done. Let's go have a look at this newly formed city. Quite the army coming out of it, too. Okay. This is kind of important, actually.
Learning is important to know where you're going, but it's good to remember where you came from.
This place really desperately needs food. Let's spend gold on some animal barns so that it can actually start to grow. I wonder if we want to get some early infrastructure in here as well. 10 industry, that would double its industry. Take it 12 turns though, goodness gracious. Let's get you a district instead. Food's a little bit meh. Oh crap. No. We are going to be a little bit tied, more than I thought. Although, if we attach this, actually, we can build one of these paper mills. We, of course, need a river to be able to do it, which kind of makes sense. Let's do that. Oh, yes! Now that we've attached this, we have loads of rivers. Fantastic. Yes, to reiterate, to collect any Humankind persona, creator persona, you need to watch either the creator's channel on Twitch or the Humankind channel. And you need to have your Games Together account, which is the sort of Humankind, Amplitude, forums, etc. account, linked with your Twitch. Those are the only requirements, and then you just watch one of those channels for 30 minutes, and whoop, you'll grab it. And it should just seamlessly sync with everything. Worked well for me.
Your first
Which
harbour,
can't always be said, so it's nice.
fishing, trade,
We also want to turn this into a city as well. I might just wait though, because there's a lot that I want to do, I admit. I wonder if we want to, I wonder if we want to just say, hey, 2 territories, great. Let's defend. 2's good enough. I'm going to try. Just because this is a really, this is quite aggressive. Understatement of the Year award goes to... very good. Very good. I think it's this territory that we want next. So let's send these 2 scouts down there.
An enormous
If they'll play against
forward.
Jumbo. I hope so,
From
Pilu.
mundane tallies of crops
And thank you,
to
Kazu.
recording the wisdom of
You're
sages.
absolutely right.
Humankind now
Jumbo had some
wields
major
the
growth in
most
Vicky
powerful
3.
tool of
Yes. Yep. That Victoria 3 was incredible. Oh, History General. When's your next Victoria 3 career game? That should come out tomorrow. Depends on how long I stream for today, though. Credit where credit's due. It might not be until the following day. But I need to get back to that. Not just because I really want to, but also because I'm not sure what impact the future patch, which is coming out, Victoria 3's next patch is coming out next month, which is like 2 days away. I'm not sure how that will impact save files, so I'm a little bit scared. To just make sure that I have that series in at least a really good place, just in case, if you know what I mean. Yep, this territory's fantastic, and I think we're going to slap it onto Happy Birthday Huck straight away as well, even though it's a bit of a snaking mess. Because now we should be getting +5 food on City Outpost, +5 money on City Outpost, and -10% population consumption, which maybe means that we need to focus a little bit less on food. I don't know. Money, we're making a shite load. Food, it's fine this turn, but next turn they'll be a little hungrier. Let's get these paper mills down. 14 influence. Oh my god, we're gonna be the world's influence farm. Oh, it's gonna be so stupid.
I offer an
Non-aggression
excellent-
pact, fine.
You intrigue me. Let's talk.
Scientific exchange. Empires encourage scientific collaboration. Very vague. If you pay for it. And you did. Very good. Yeah, the growth around the Victoria 3 release was incredible. I couldn't believe it, Huck. I couldn't believe it. Every day was insane over that release week, maybe 2. I did the same thing I did when Humankind came out. Took some time away from my job, focused on it full time. However, this time I focused almost exclusively on videos, whereas last time, as you will remember, it was much more on live streams. Interesting to see. 2 different approaches, I think. Lots of learnings, although always a little bit kind of crystal ball gazy as well. But yeah, it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. But of course it's interesting now because it's like the channel started with a big influx around Civ 5, and then around, as you'll remember, I think maybe around the 10,000 subscriber mark, or sort of the 5, 10, 15 mark, there's a big influx of Humankind. And now, from the 30 to like 40,000 subscriber mark, a big influx of Paradox, Victoria 3 interest. And so it's a little difficult, honestly, to try and prioritize. Because, of course, I like them all. So, like, they're all my interests. So, I don't know. It's interesting, though. Try and provide balance, fairness, but also, of course, what the people want, because why would you create something if you didn't want to share it? It's fascinating though. The YouTube beast is terrifying in good ways, but also in bad ways. It will lift you up and tear you down, and it can feel like an enigma. Of course, it's probably not. Anyway, rant over. What are we doing? Farming me for influence, understandably. I would do the same. Let's get rid of the scout. Turn it into a pop. Buy a paper mill. Maybe slap someone extra on food. Earlier defense may be a good idea, but also kind of a neat idea to get an envoy online here and send them out and maybe find what everybody else is up to. Paradox is bad for updates killing save files. Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried. It's like the series has to be timed around updates. As long as you're not allied, you'll be Han Solo. Oh my god, he did. Amazing. Amazing. Stars-wise, we're doing still pretty poorly, but they should all just start to flow through shortly. Civics, minus 50% cost for signing treaties with independent peoples. Let's grab that because it's new. And then... Ah, hello, a card. I'd like to pay you a visit, but this isn't a diplomat. I think this is the person who was going to go down here and grab... Probably not Napata. I might go for the copper whale poop one instead. We could meander over here. Let's have a look at the treaties. Establish contact for a little bit of influence. Let's do that. All right. Hey, it's me. Hi, I'm the avatar with the dress and stuff. At least I'm not showing you my chest this time. Be grateful, okay? All right. What's next? This is problematic. So we could start funding them for patronage, or we could send a diplomat there, among maybe a few other things that might come along as we go through. We're making a lot of cash, so why don't we just bankroll the ever-loving F out of this? We're actually making a lot of influence as well, so why don't I just put this up to max? We'll now receive 12 patronage per turn, and we should be able to start basically making these guys our toady. That's going to be the idea. Of course, the independent tribes play a much more important role since the Together We Rule DLC updates come out, and the free update that merged alongside of it. But in particular, of course, with some of the stuff that the DLC brings. Right, so we're allied with you. That relationship looks fine. I'm just so happy to see everybody. Jealous. Fair enough. Okay, you, just an attitude change as well. Ah, King Huck Houston of the show. A wonderful pick, by the way. Should we trade luxuries? You know you want to. Oh, you've got coffee too. A king after my own heart. Let's immediately buy all of it. As much as we can afford, apparently. Yikes. Embassy, no. Crisis, absolutely not. We've just hoovered up a whole load of coffee. Ha ha ha. Interesting. Bibbly boss. Oh boy. And then you're next door to aggressive 2D kitty. We are being absorbed by their sphere of influence and their war support is higher than ours. And they just want the city. They're just like, hey, city, mine. Okay, I think we need to pay much more attention over here. Like, actually almost exclusively all of our attention, maybe. No time for envoys. Leave. Do we want walls? Maybe, but we also really need some units. Anti-cavalry, 20 damage. Archer, 17. Okay, fine. Fine. 1 industry. 11 industry. Okay. 4 food. 8 food. Okay. Queue some of those up for later. We probably want to get an archer here as well as... Probably some garrisons. I hate building these so early. And 13 turns is probably going to be too far away, which probably means that we need to try and find a way to get some extra support over. Let's try and channel a little bit of happy birthday Huck celebrations into 4 of these guys. Yeah? We're going to trade up some military dudes and try and send them over there and help out. Minus 10% cost. Yeah. Probably the extra industry is just a better thing to do first, though, I would feel. I don't want to convert any population. I do want to get these guys online, actually, though, so I'm going to move them to the start. I've changed my mind. Let's just do these guys. We'll worry about our own industry here later. It's priority B. Priority A is keeping that city alive. Oh my god, it's a unique crossbowman, the Han. Oh, Civ 5. Speaking of Civ 5, fantastic unit in civilization history as well. Let's get this. Let's get this bread. It's going to be very key to our defenses. And you know, I guess we'll just keep exploring this way. Let's send this diplomat to a card to help out with that lolly scramble. And then we should send our diplomats to their capitals because, of course, we should be able to farm more influence off them. Hey, DH. 16 DH. Oh my god. Okay, we've finally got a religion. And what? I'm like, first? How? Okay. That surprises me, considering we were being overwhelmed by other influence. I would have thought that somebody would have had a religion by now. I think we'll go with... Huh? Stability on rivers, money on luxuries would be a good way to double down on what we're already doing. Extra industry is always nice. Extra science is always good. It's probably our science that's keeping us in this. But... or even the war ones could be alright. Prime sub to ditch the ads, lol. Seems to take longer now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Did I get a notification? I did not. But thank you, Al. I believe you, of course. Sorry that that notification didn't come up, but I can see that you've added to the numbers because we have 18 subscribers. That's right, everybody. Twitch subscribers have grown by 33% today. It's record growth! We just won't tell anybody that it's 4 because that doesn't matter so much. Go with the percentage, right? Always. Well, not always, but, you know. Anyway, science on our strategic resources. We don't have a huge number. I don't think we have a lot of forest either. Coastline fairly limited. It makes me lean towards actually some of the kind of funky military ones. If this gave me combat strength, I'd jump on it, but it's a hard no. I think I'll just go with reject luxury. We've actually got quite a few. We're making quite a bit of cash. Let's do it. And how am I feeling today? Hindu? Maybe not. Judaism? More of a Thursday vibe. Taoism? Well... Okay, it's done. Buddhism. I've done it properly. Did I change the name? No. Do I regret that? Yes. Will I do it soon? Yes. Non-aggression pact with Huck. We'll counter it back. You can have one of those if you'd like to pay for it. Otherwise, I'll keep hold of that. Thank you. And we've started a religion. Hopefully it'll spread across the world. We seem to be first to the party somehow. I'm going to get my military online first. Let's use our influence maybe to work on our extra northern city, which might end up being the place that we retreat to if shite hits the fan. And I'm going to start marching these units over individually, even though it sort of costs a little bit more and takes a bit more time. Oh my goodness! Fantastic result. Patriotic on Happy Birthday Huck. Minus reduced cost for our units. Will it throw us into bankruptcy? Yes. I don't think that matters. Let's use that extra bonus to get some of them. If we get a couple of archers, we'll be able to upgrade them when big win, when we have money. So I might train a couple of those as well. And that'll use up the 5 turns for that bonus. Fantastic. Thank you, GMC. for using your Prime subscription as well on Twitch. Subscriber number 19. Thank you, my friend. And also, it's TJ? Is that TJ? TIJ? That would be kind of funky. Thank you as well for subscribing. Tier 1 subscription. Go you! Anyone say 20? Number 20, baby! Don't know why, but I can't get the persona. I have Twitch linked. Been watching the stream for 30 minutes. So you have Twitch linked to your games together. And you've been watching on Twitch for 30 minutes. There shouldn't be a problem. You might want to maybe resync with one of them or something. Checking your Twitch inbox is a good idea in case you missed the notification. Otherwise, it might just be you might need to go in and refresh the connection. Hype train is close. Go you! It may be that you need to, do a refresh, go into your Games Together account and hit refresh. Maybe you need to even refresh the browser page since you've connected. These are a few ideas. You might have already thought of them, so sorry if you have, but a couple of things you could try. It does seem to be working for everyone else, so it's probably a you problem, unfortunately. Which sucks, I know, because it's much harder to solve, potentially. Do we want to grab an early wonder? I think we do. We lost all of the ancient era ones. No, we don't want that. I don't think this is a lighthouse game. In any of these games? Maybe it isn't. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus is slightly tempting, but I might actually hold off on that and go for city development here instead. I think that's a much better idea. There's nowhere to place that. We'll refuse the adoption of that civic. This place is getting a little cramped, but we've got military on the way. We've got walls coming online. You can do it! We're bankrolling the ever-loving crap out of these guys. And yeah, I mean, it's working. Good. And we're going to get ourselves out of bankruptcy as well. Happy birthday, Huck has an army. And I'm wondering if we might keep these three around here, actually. Yeah, I think we will. I'm just a little scared. Let's go overproductive and get maybe our first holy site down as well after these units have been trained. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Religious tolerance doesn't sound like me, but we don't have the influence to muck with that, so it is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. Let's move this unit down there. Oh, wow. A lot of you here. I'll give my official audience. Gives envoys the strongest occasion to make their case for closer ties. Very good. If I'm beginning, it all comes full circle. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Sub number 20. Means a lot. 15 food from horses. That's such a good head start. The influence generation is probably not needed. I think the walls probably could be, though. So we'll do that too. All of the industry improvements suck, quite frankly. We'll probably need to attach up to make better use of those and maybe get a river as well. And then I think my last strategic settle is this one here, because that way we've built a big blue wall down the middle of this horrendous Pangea. It probably gets settled up in around here. This is kind of the high ground, even though it's low ground. One's high ground and one's low ground are all relative, of course. It's always relative.
A sight for sore eyes.
Ooh, a new agreement. Diplomatic cooperation grants you 50% of all leverage from leverage intel obtained by the other empire. Oh, that light look good or what? I think we refuse. Bye. See ya, bye. Okay.
The first ship is a wonderful thing.
Happy birthday,
Sadly,
Huck
the
Army
crew
number 2.
likely
Let's
to
get
see
that over that
first
way.
seasickness as well.
Run!
And smelly.
Oh, crap.
History may be
We've been
changed,
ambushed along the way by a
but
neutral
that doesn't
tribe.
mean they're enjoyable.
Okay. That's fine. We can start to get some upgrades for those archers soon, which is also pretty cool. And these 3 dudes have probably actually served their purpose, and we'll turn them into a city. Would you like to be a city when you grow up?
Debate and discussion are not...
There's a lot of activity going on around here. With the addition of the diplomats, the world is much more active. Depending on where you are, I suppose. We'll refuse that. We're just going to keep refusing that. This place is going to be incredibly unstable, but we've got, hopefully, some stability measures coming online. Let's continue to boot people out of the city itself. We'll keep holding that as a demilitarized zone. What are you doing? You should just wait there, actually. Yeah. 90 bucks to upgrade. We might send these ones out, though. See if they can fight these barbs. We're going to have to clear our way through one way or another. If they haven't already dispersed themselves and gone looking for berries or whatever they're doing with their time. Wonder. Going to keep ignoring. Aha! The berry pickers. What are they? Oh, God. Actually, we're anti-cavalry. This is good. This is good. This is the bait zone. These 2 spots right here. I'm gonna try and bait them into running down into them. Quick! Oh no! What if someone would have sent their chariot down this hill? No? Oh, you're not even coming? Okay. I mean, they want to do nothing. That's fine. To be completely honest. Grab that. Thank you. I think the rest of this tech kind of doesn't matter. Anything? Oh, maybe Imperial power. Siege tactics? Eh? Hydrology is a good basic upgrade. Let's get that, and then we'll get Imperial power, I think. Oh my god! The audacity. The audacity. How dare you? I'm gonna... Crap, we don't have enough people.
Off we go.
Okay. Let's train up one of these. One of our new crossbows. And shoot. Oh crap, they're about to take it though. We're gonna have to fight them this turn. Alright. Hey you! What are you doing? Huh? Pete!
You have my ear.
Bro!
For a time.
You're oppressing the faithful and now this? This is an unfortunate fight. We'll have to stick to our high ground here as much as possible. Because we're outnumbered. But not actually outclassed. At least not too much. Who's got the flag? Oh, you do. Crap. Maybe they'll just run at me. Oh, yes! A brilliant result. Okay, so we'll hold our high ground with our superior unit. And we should be able to stomp through this. We might do the old swapperoo, how about you move. Pushing the aggression, not quite worth it. We might do that with the next one. Does the chariot have brakes? Should we just push it from the top of a very high hill? I think we should. Okay, time to do the unit exchange again. This time though, I think we bust through, because we need to get to that archer next turn probably. So let's bring people up to the front. Take a beating. Yeah. Please. Might lose my high ground next time to try and swallow those units up. We'll see how we go. And then down here in Titawin, we'll just do that. It's a nice little trifecta. Go you! We could probably grab some easy stars by connecting some territories here as well. Let's get this one a 6 food harbor. This one probably a much worse harbor. Dreadful, but great for building submarines, and I heard. let's attach to this because it's not in the war zone, so we can actually afford to do it, and maybe start to build one of our freaking paper districts too. We'll pump out our new crossbow unit as a first priority though. Will they be able to join the fight next turn? Yes, they will. Could consider delaying for that. Yeah.
Greetings from me and my people.
Humanitarian aid. This is basically a migration treaty. I will sign this with you. Only because it's your birthday. And I'll buy your coffee as well, because my god, it's delicious. Thank you, Huck. Nice dress, by the way. We'll just leave this bait zone wide open. Come on, come get the flag! And look how good it looks! Oh well. That'll boot them out of the way, because they would have technically retreated. Now we should be able to march through and get those reinforcements to where they need to be. I mean, if they're not going to take these guys, I guess I will. I was just going to leave that, because I thought, well, that's probably not really a way that we should push, but you know what? I mean, who cares? Hey, Jamil. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. Welcome. You're still here. Oh, these guys are going to pillage the crap out of this. Should we just give it to them? It's yours. I didn't want it. It's yours. Keep it. I'm going to take this one anyway. Oh, they've got a nice little... Oh, damn. I'll have to send an envoy there now. It's time to move through, and I do want to see what I look like in different outfits. So I'll move through a little more aggressively than I normally would, but I'm just going to wait a couple more turns first. There's a couple more of those paper mills, I think, really, that I want to build. Put you there, maybe stall them one more round, let them just smack into my face. Ow! My face! Goodness. Stab. I'm trying desperately to keep these guys alive, but so many different volleys are coming through, I don't think it's going to work. Let's quickly surround it. Good. And we... Rip. Gone but not forgotten. And we nearly got away without losing a single dude. Oh well. Also didn't use our new crossbow, which is meh. Haven't played the game in 3 to 4 months, seeing a lot of new things. Hey, thanks for the follow as well, by the way, Beam. Yeah, the new update, the DLC in particular, huge change to the game. The biggest one by far. An actual expansion pack with leverage and, you know, new types of cultures. World Congress later in the game too. We might get to see that today. I'm not sure. It depends how fast we go. We'll see. Smacked that iron down there. Neat. This is our new bad boy unit. I wonder if we want to go and just kind of flex a bit of this muscle. Huh? I think we should. There haven't been enough fights, so there aren't enough, like, leverage stuff to get. Let's fight Kerma. Kerma is a beautiful city. It's separated from the rest of the Empire by a card, who, by the way, should be our toady. Gain access to their resources, hire their armies, or get 55 science. Is that a lot? Is that a lot? Congress of Humankind not yet unlocked. Intelligence overview, as you can see, just none yet. Let's see, how much is Huck making? 80. Yeah, that's heaps. That is fantastic. These guys are geniuses. Woo! Who doesn't love a World Congress? Hey, Playful Meredith. Wonderful name. Thank you for subscribing with your Bezos bucks. Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. A huge stream on Twitch today, and a comparatively very weak one on YouTube, which of course makes sense. But thank you wherever you're joining me. as I get distracted by chat. Diplo cultures are pretty eh. Yeah, I think they are too. There's some cheesy fun you can get up to with them. But the lack of tangible resources makes some of them, particularly, in my opinion, I'd like to know more of yours, Hoff, but in my opinion, the mid-game ones especially, easy to skip over. Jumbo, Kitty's avatar is appearing under your name. What? What do you mean? Under my name.
I'm listening.
What do you want?
Whew. She's not a happy camper. Tyrannical. I'm just going to completely ignore that demand. We're obviously not in a position to challenge that. 144, great. Yeah, we still need to get our defenses up. Maybe we could chop down a tree or two here, actually. Let's get these guys, who are actually just standing around doing nothing, to go and... There's not a single tree. The trees. There's some over here. Go! Chop down some industry or something, you fools. And we'll get the reinforcements over. Here's another... Yeah, I think we'll ignore that one. The JumboPixel avatar is Kitty. What? Errors may be incurred. Let's pull together a little bit of an army and smack Kerma. Kermit the Frog. Happy Birthday Huck has almost no people living in it. And it wants to get its paper mills done as well. So actually, let's just try and do one thing. Let's just one thing at a time. Maybe focus a little more on the industry. We could try and attach more territories to it. It'll hurt its stability a bit. We are actually nearing 100 though, so why not? Margot. So the JumboPixel avatar is Kitty. Is this in your game? Is this what does that mean? Your avatar that we got says JumboPixel, but the avatar is Kitty. Are you kidding me? I trust you completely. Thankfully, that will probably be something that they can fix on their end. Like, you've got the drop. I imagine you won't lose the drop. It's maybe just a matter of flicking a switch or something that wasn't switched. So let me get this straight. I'm Kitty. It says JumboPixel. It looks like JumboPixel on Twitch, at least it did for me. But then in-game, when you load up Humankind and load JumboPixel into a game, I look like Kitty. Do I sound like her as well? Is it just a complete case of something's gone wrong on that final implementation arm? Oh my god. Yup, Al confirming. Oh dear. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. I will send a message now. It turned out it was actually a scam, by the way, if you've been watching the whole time. What do you know? It was just a big scam. Doesn't exist. No, that's a joke. Let me just say, hey, I hear from my chat that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like that while they can claim the JumboPixel drop on Twitch successfully, I believe that's true, when they load the avatar in game, it's actually 2D Kitty. Laughing face. Nah, that's right, isn't it? Everything that I've said there, that sounds like a pretty reasonable, succinct explanation. I hope so. Did you record the voice lines? Still lacked the expected voice lines and instead uses some standard voice actor. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. It was so much fun over the course of 2 late nights in a recording studio in a city that was not my own, which kind of added to the fun. We recorded the voice lines. Yeah, I recorded like 500 or something. So hopefully they work. The name is you, but the avatar is not. Well, yeah. So yeah, sounds like what I said was right. Yeah, the drop works. Do I need to claim the drop somewhere else outside of Twitch? The drop does work, I believe. Although we've also had a couple of issues reported, but I think they've been user-side issues where people haven't had their accounts synced or refreshed or, you know, whatever it may be. Hey, 2 new subscribers. Thank you so much. Grendel the Exiled, another great name. And DH16DH, thank you both for using your Prime subscriptions. Super appreciate. Did not mean to renew them. It's like, you're a mod. Check your inbox of the drops. Yeah, clap, agree. And you'll be able to get your JumboPixel avatar, which at the moment, and I apologize, seems to be showing up in-game as 2D Kitty. I'll let you know when I know more. I'll like tweet about it or post on the YouTube page, or we'll talk about it in a future live stream. My theory is that the drop is working completely as intended. The Twitch integration is working completely as intended. But when you go to load it up, that's where the intention drops off a cliff. My hope is that it will be that they'll be able to just fix it on their end, like they've just accidentally got the 2D Kitty enabled for this drop as well as another drop, and they should hopefully be able to just sync it with my actual avatar, which is of course this one right here. And hopefully that'll work. Let's check me out in some new gear. It's gonna be a little bit of a warlike era. Lots of good options. Even the Mississippians could be alright because we have quite a wide variety of districts. Swahili, always fantastic. I'm gonna be quite aggressive and grab the Aztecs. Oh my god, he looks fantastic with those earrings. Say goodbye to your lobes. We'll refuse that deal. We're a little uncertain about really everything that's happening here. Chop down some more trees. We just try and get that place growing, not showing, and then merge you together, I suppose.
Wisdom and technical
The
innovation.
avatar convinced you to come
from earlier
back.
eras
How about that, Playful
bring
Meredith?
humankind
That
new
is awesome.
knowledge, and we
Twitch
immediately
linked the
use
game
it to
together.
find new ways
Yes,
to kill
that's
each
a good
other
question.
off. I'm not
Would
thinking
be
of
another
brains
good
or
problem-solving
brawn,
trick.
corn,
Thank you.
chocolate, and
I appreciate that you're not
the
the
Aztecs are a
Amplitude
culture that makes my stomach
IT support. So thanks for providing those suggestions. Oh look, and Queen 2D Kitty, the imposter Jumbo, has declared war on us, as expected, although maybe slightly later than what I would have thought. What have you got coming in? The Mongol hordes. Goodness. Okay, we'll upgrade both of these units. Now with swordsmen and crossbows, I actually don't think this is going to be a problem. That's very nearly done. Let's get loads of people on industry. Also this district. Huh? Yeah, and I think we'll build it, because we're being attacked from this side. It probably makes more sense to build it there. How quick is it? 4 people. Maybe another one there. We'll come back to that. Things are getting a little hot in Urim at the moment. Which kind of makes the Kerma push a little bit awkward, but I don't know. We'll just hold fire here for a minute. Convene these forces together. Come back to that. We might even need to end up bringing them over here. We'll see how we go. Not a lot of money, so I can't really finance anything extra. May as well aggressively settle this while I'm here, because why not ruffle a few extra feathers? Why not?
And what will you do with this power?
last Humankind stream when I saw this one. Oh, hey, Nathaniel. Nice. New era means new wonders, so we'll probably grab one of those. I think there's a new one from the DLC, although I should check that before I say that. Army wages. So they went that way. We should probably oppose Kitty. But we kind of want the extra combat strength, actually. We're going to have to move with them and take paid wages as well, I think. We'll align our ideologies. Damn it. Oh my god, they've gone straight for the siege. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. That is really unfortunate. Okay, well. Let's endure for the minute while some reinforcements arrive. They're not our finest troops, but they are anti-cavalry. So we have that going against the Mongol hordes, who are, of course, horses. In case you didn't know already. I think we want to get some more treaties there as well, like making them our toady. So just hold. And probably get the upgraded pikeman. Feudalism is really tempting as well for the home guard, though. I think we'll get that first, actually.
No doubt this independent
We're up to
people
23
possess
subscribers.
sophisticated customs,
Guys, we've nearly
rights,
doubled our subs in a
language,
day on
and
Twitch.
beliefs. I do hope you're going to treat them well.
Thank you for your kindness. Much appreciated.
From me and my people.
Ooh. Yeah. All right, buddy. It's your birthday. Let's sign a scientific agreement.
A new
That'll be to both of our
independent-
empires. Probably slightly more you than me,
Who
but
are
that's all
they?
right.
Time will tell if
Ooh,
they are
there's a little bit
helpful,
of leverage,
hopeless,
a little bit of
or discouraging.
intel to be collected there, but obviously I'm not really in a position to do that right now. It's a lot of horses. And the crappy thing about these guys is that they are ranged and they are multi-move. Okay. They're also deciding to fight me now. The right move. Go! We can at least step in onto the high ground, which is actually quite the win, because then we can reinforce from behind and hold the high ground the whole time. This is obviously a terrible spot for them to attack from. Although they might be able to volley some arrows or something up. Let's go, Kitty. Bring it on, imposter Jumbo. How unfortunate. We will end our deployment there. Yeah, so if they were a normal cavalry unit, they'd be so stuffed. They'd be reliant on the battering ram, really. But they're not a normal unit. Should have deployed them earlier, if the option was available, but otherwise this looks fine. Let's deploy them now. Surprise! Anti-cavalry, I guess we'll chuck another one there. That'll let us bring the ranged unit in. Which actually probably wants to just hide on some high ground and shoot at a battering ram. Wonderful shot. Let's try and smash our way through to that. This unit, it could potentially take 0. What? Plus 8 from anti-cavalry and then a whole load of other bonuses along the way. Let's do this. Take out that battering ram, because obviously we don't want that there. And... oh boy! Are you feeling like you've made a mistake yet? I hope you are. That is probably pretty neat. Julius Maximus! Thank you for subscribing for 7 months in a row. The OGest of OGs. Thanks. Thank you. Look at us go. Doubled his Twitch subscribers in a day? Oh my god. You're insane. This will do less damage because we attacked with it last turn, but I don't think that's a problem. I think we just destroy. Charge! I mean, we don't need to do those low ground stabs. Everything else is probably fine. 50k celebration. Oh, Pete. I mean, I don't know when it will be. We've just gone through a big growth spurt, so we're unlikely to, you know, to keep that up. Everything will revert to the mean, even if the mean is trending upwards over time slightly. I don't think that would be until next year. I haven't thought too much about it, but I would definitely love to celebrate it because it's a pretty cool milestone. Yeah, a pretty cool milestone. And yes, Tink, people do have the drop. I know because I got it as a viewer, and a few others got it at the same time as me. However, if you're having difficulties with syncing and refreshing, you're probably not alone. Do make sure you actually claim it as a drop in your Twitch inbox, though. Otherwise, you'll be eligible but miss out entirely. I know it's can be a bit of a process. Ah! Good. We could reposition this unit for one heck of a shot next turn. Let's do that. And hide this guy behind them. This poor anti-cavalry's really carrying the burden. Is it safe if you have it in your inventory? I don't see why not. In the turn. Roll through. Turn number 41. Okay. I see some troop movements up here. Hopefully none of this side-on mess slamming on in. Even if they bring in reinforcements at this point, I don't think they have what it takes. To be honest. I don't know why I'm whispering. Neat. Oh. Okay. Great. All right, a little bit of a creator clash going on here. And it looks like we've come out on top this time. $2,000 for some ransom. An extra person on Happy Birthday Huck. Or Ferocious. A little bit late. I think we'll take the $2,000. And then there's some leverage points down there, and I'll go and grab those because we haven't had any of those in what feels like quite literally forever. We'll attach that up and get some of these crappy districts about. I might just buy a couple, actually. Feeling flash. Do we have feudalism yet? Can we get this next city online? No, 2 more turns. Okay, we'll wait 2 more turns. Merge. Can't afford that. How am I so influence poor? Angkor Wat would let us eat off our religion, which is great. Great Zimbabwe could be good if we keep trading, but people are a little warlike. It makes me lean away from it a little bit. Let's grab Angkor Wat. It's only 250 buckaroos. It's a great deal. Gotta be said.
Other
Great deal.
empires are nervously wondering what is being built with those 5 megas quarters.
I actually didn't realize that would even still be being built. That's great. You don't have to start work on that anymore. Go you. Should we upgrade this place? I think we should. To keep up with the times. And then maybe hoover up a little bit of this basic crap. Get the capital looking spiff and spam. Spam? Sure.
A sight for sore eyes.
Scientific correspondence. I will sign that deal. And what are you doing? What are you doing? If he drowns, so be it. A life well lived. Feudalism researched means that we should get some new cities. Let's run in here into this not at all ominous dead end. Hello, leverage? Yeah. Oh crap, we're not playing as a diplomatic culture of this era. No. Okay, let's in the middle of a war, let's just quickly produce a diplomat. What could possibly go wrong? our civics are being overrun. I'm hoping our religion isn't as well. Let's have a look. Okay. The holy site here would be really nice too. Gee, he doesn't ask for much, does he? We'll queue it up, but ignore it. The old one without a voice. Yeah, this one is custom modeled, custom voiced. Much better than that rusty old one, Spider. When it's functioning as intended. Okay, get this diplomat ass over here and grab that.
Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human hands.
If you're joining us on YouTube today, thank you for joining me. The stream's been going for 2 hours, and there are very few viewers on the YouTube side. So I'm going to shut off the YouTube side and continue to stream on Twitch. Of course, this is a Twitch integration, Twitch avatar. I think that makes a lot of sense. And it's probably slightly better in line with terms of service as well. So if you've joined us on YouTube, thank you very much. The rest of the VOD will be, of course, available on Twitch. So if you're watching the VOD and you're like, oh man, where's the rest of the gameplay? It's over there, and it's entirely for free. We'll end that side and carry on with the Twitch side so that we can at least keep claiming all of those things. And I think that should have worked.